Roseman looks like a genius again. The Linval Joseph Ndamukong Suh signing is absolutely genius. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Victory Monday, because that's what it is. And it's also the week of Thanksgiving. And one thing I'm thankful for is Howie Roseman. Howie's sitting with his huge pocket pencil protector, his glasses, Napoleon hat, calculating the calculations of the cornbread. Somehow came up with the idea to not only sign Linval Joseph, but also get Ndamukong Suh. Getting both these guys are one of the main reasons why you won this game versus the Colts yesterday. Matter of fact, I don't think you win it without them. So it was a genius move that Howie did, no question about it. And before we get into all of this, I gotta say, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. We stream every week. You definitely don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Now, yesterday's game to me was kind of epic. Okay, to me it was one of those games that I'm going to remember for a long time. And the reason is because in the fourth quarter of this game, in my personal opinion, this game became all about Jalen Hurts. It became all about Jalen Hurts, and does he have the ability to bring a team back, to put a team on his back and bring them back and lead them to victory. You're not going to win every game by blowout. You're going to have tight games. You're going to lose games. That's the way it goes, okay? People act like, oh, the Eagles should be killing people 34-0 every game, every team. You know, if they're bad, it should always be like that. But that's not how the NFL works. You've only had one team in the history of the NFL go undefeated and win a championship, okay? You had the Patriots did it one year, but they lost in the Super Bowl. What good is not winning? You know, what good is winning every game than losing the Super Bowl? You know, most teams, it's going to happen. You're going to lose a few games in the course of the year. The Eagles lost to Washington, and they came in, and look, right off the bat in this game, when you looked at it, they struggled. That first series versus the Colts, it drove me crazy. Jonathan Taylor had 7 carries for 45 yards. They go right down and score, and you're like, oh no, here we go again. But you know what? You got to give Jonathan Gannon, you got to give the defense credit. They stiffened up, and it wasn't a factor the rest of the game. The defense did their job for the most part. They did. And one of the reasons they did it was because Linval Joseph played 26 snaps. The guy played 26 snaps in his first game, okay? And then you had Ndamukong Suh played 17 snaps. And let me tell you something. The dude played 17 snaps, and he was really disruptive. Had a half a sack. Joseph had a half a sack. Suh was beastly. He was beastly, okay? And maybe for him not playing half the season and now coming in, he's going to be a lot fresher because he is older, and you want to rotate him in. But I look at Linval Joseph and Suh as big pieces for the Eagles to bring in. It's definitely going to help them against the run. It's definitely going to help their defensive line. And the question I have now is, as Suh and Linval Joseph, as they get acclimated, as they get conditioned and used to playing football again, how many snaps will Fletcher Cox lose to Suh? Because I really think Suh in 17 snaps was more impactful in what Fletcher Cox did. I think he played like 40-something% of the snaps. I thought Suh was more impactful. So the question going forward is what are they going to do? And the great thing is, and the thing I can't wait to see is, when you get Jordan Davis back, who has been our best run guy, he is now going to play with Linval Joseph and Suh. They're going to be rotating all those guys in. Rotate as many defensive linemen as you can. Keep them all. Have them all ready to go, because you need them. You need them. I think this was a genius. This is going to go down as one of the most underrated moves during the season that any general manager has ever done. And if Howie wasn't the GM of the year, I think that move clinched it. Because just in the first game, both those guys were impactful. Now you could say, well, yeah, but he traded for Quinn and Quinn's done nothing. That's true. That's true. We've not seen anything from Quinn so far. My hope is that some point we'll see and he'll get it going. But we haven't, and I don't know, because I know he's had a hurt back. I don't know if that's playing some sort of factor, but we'll see how it goes. But Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh were such an important signing for the Philadelphia Eagles. They just were. But as important it was, and I don't think they win without him, because I think the defense would have struggled continuously against the run without Joseph. I do. However, at the end of the day, when I look at this game, this is all about Jalen Hurts. This is all about Jalen Hurts, because I can't tell you how many people, to me, this year, during the season, while the Eagles were blowing everybody out, destroying Dallas, oh boy, we were destroying Dallas, destroying all these teams, I just, can't tell you how many people go, yeah, that's great. He's blowing out teams. He looks good. Right. But what's he going to do when they're down a touchdown or down 4 points or more in the fourth quarter and he needs to will them to victory? Can he come back? Can he win in pressure situations? And that was the question that remained until yesterday. Fourth quarter, you're down. He comes in and he leads the team with 4 minutes left on a I don't know how long the drive was, but it was a long drive. They go down the field, they score a touchdown, and they take the lead, win the game 17-16. And that was all Jalen Hurts. That was Jalen Hurts. He put the team on his back. Now, he beat them primarily with his legs, but it worked. They weren't prepared for it. They couldn't deal with it. That's such a great advantage of having a dual threat like a Jalen Hurts, who can run, who can throw. But to me, that was a pressure situation, and Jalen Hurts passed with flying colors. Flying colors he passed with. And to me, now, I got to say this. Ow, I just hit my hand. Jalen Hurts deserves a contract extension. You got to give him an extension. You cannot not tie him up. It has to be done because he's too valuable. What are you going to do? Wait another year and then have to pay him as the highest paid quarterback in the league? You have to do it now. So at the end of the year, when the season's over, I fully expect the Eagles to sign Jalen Hurts. I think it's going to be somewhere around $50 million. I think that's what you're going to see. $50 million a year. It's going to be Lamar Jackson wants. It's going to be around what he wants. It's got to be more than Kyler Murray makes because he's a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. But Jalen Hurts carried that team, put him on his back, and proved to me the last thing he had to prove, that he's a franchise quarterback. Now you want to say, well, he's got to go win in the playoffs. Yeah, that time is coming. But right now, he has checked off every box that he possibly could have checked off. And I assume the Eagles are going to get the number 1 seed. They're going to get a bye in the playoffs. They're going to get a home playoff game. He's going to win that game. And then he's going to deservedly get his contract, get his money, pay the man. That's what I think. This was a big game for Jalen Hurts. And this, at the end of this game, it turned into Jalen Hurts. And can Jalen Hurts carry this team? That's exactly what he did. And if you don't have Jalen Hurts in there, you don't win this game. I truly believe that. So, to me, that's what I really take out of this game with the Colts. It's about Jalen Hurts. Yeah, now, yes, listen, there are issues we have. We have issues we got to fix. The offense didn't look good for most of the game. They definitely didn't. We somehow have stopped utilizing Miles Sanders the right way and enough. We need to get back to it. We need to get back to some things we were doing early in the year. I definitely think so. We have a lot to clean up. No question about it. You can't have the amount of penalties that we were having. We had, especially early in that game. You take the first 3 drives were all penalties, were all drive killers. They killed us, and then you had one high snap. Like way too many mistakes, too many turnovers. We got to get back to what we were doing early in the year. And I think it starts with get Miles Sanders going again. Miles Sanders had what? 12 carries, something like that. Not enough carries. He needs more carries. I think he's had 24, 25 carries in 2 weeks. Not good enough. Miles has got to get going. You got to get that running game going. And I think everything else will take care of itself. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and you're 9-1. And that's all I can ask for. Team being 9-1. Now you got Green Bay coming up this week. The Eagles are already double-digit favorites. They're at home. They're going to be wearing. They're all black. I can't wait to see it. It's going to look awesome. Sunday Night Football. And here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers and that Green Bay Packers aren't that good. Rodgers has struggled all year. However, he is Aaron Rodgers, and he has the ability to beat you. So the Eagles are going to have to be at their best. Okay? And if you look at the NFC East, everything going on in the NFC East, you got a huge battle between Dallas and the New York Giants on Thanksgiving. That is going to be a fascinating game. I may or may not stream it yet. I don't know. But that is going to be a hell of a game. And it's going to play a big impact on kind of the NFC East and who really's got a chance against us. If Dallas wins, Dallas will be 2.5 games behind us, assuming we win versus Green Bay. If the Giants win, they're only 2 games behind us, and they still have to play us twice, assuming we beat Green Bay. But it's a big game, and you can arguably say that the Cowboys played their best game of the season. They totally decimated the Minnesota Vikings. So are they getting ready to get hot? Are they going on a roll? Something you got to watch. Giants, they lost probably their worst game of the year to the Detroit Lions. I don't think many Giant fans expected that. I didn't expect that, but it happened. Now, you got to wonder where the Giants are going. And I know there's a fight between the Cowboys and the Giants, and probably another team or two we don't hear about for Odell Beckham Jr. Which team is going to go out and who's going to land him? It looks like Dallas is the favorite. If Dallas gets him, will that affect us? Do I look like I'm shaking? You go ahead, get Odell Beckham Jr. Guy coming back from a torn ACL less than a year. Not worried about it. Not worried. But that's all Dallas has. They're so desperate for weapons that they need to take a chance on Odell Beckham Jr. He'll be better the year after, but the first year back, I don't know that's going to help him all that much. However, you got to wonder, if he doesn't sign before Thanksgiving, which I don't think he's going to, is he going to sit back and say, you know what? Here, this Thursday game, Giants, Cowboys, I'm going to whoever wins this game. Is he thinking that? Because that would be very, very interesting. But we're going to find out. But the Eagles, they're 9-1, and we're in control. We're first place in our division, in the conference. Since Minnesota lost, they're now 1.5 games behind us. The Giants, 2 games behind us in the division. Cowboys, 2.5 games behind us. So everything's going pretty for the Eagles. We just got to take care of business, and we'll keep going. But truly, the move Howie Roseman made last week, bringing those 2 defensive tackles in, were huge for us and helping us win yesterday. And then, of course, Jalen Hurts once again proving that he is the guy. He is the man, and you better pay him. He's your franchise quarterback. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Yo, I heard this rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying there may be an eggnog shortage by Christmas. I'm not kidding. Like an eggnog shortage. I don't know if they don't have eggs or what it is. But here's my plan. And let me tell you guys, start stocking up. Okay? But as soon as you start seeing expiration dates on the eggnog for after Christmas Day, start buying that crap up. I'm gonna have a whole set side of my fridge dedicated to eggnog. It's just gonna be all eggnog. Anything with an expiration date after Christmas Eve or after Christmas Day is what I'm going for. And then January 1st, because I can't play. You can't take my eggnog time away from me with this, with these shortages. That ain't acceptable. I don't accept that. I never had an eggnog shortage in life, in the history of my life. I'm not starting now. Denzel Washington out.